Hello everybody, welcome back to another bookish video. I know it's been a while. Today's a good day and a very hot day. I'm literally scorching right now to talk about the books that I read in May and the ones that I want to read in June. To be honest, I kind of fell into a reading slump because I have been dedicating more time into sewing and knitting, but I think we're back. So for the May wrap up, we're going to start with Crescent City 3. This is the last installment within the Crescent City trilogy. And I give it 5 stars. Honestly, I gave the whole series 5 stars. It's fantastic. I didn't start this in May. I finished it in May, but it counts for me. And after that amazing cliffhanger in Crescent City 2, I just had to get into this one ASAP. I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't read it, but I just loved being able to... You know what? Just skip ahead because I need to say this. I missed Nesta and Asriel and Reese and Farah. I missed everybody. I missed the whole club. The whole club was here. So it felt nice to visit them. Although I felt a little bit blueballed because in the first part, throughout the whole chapters that we got Bryce's perspective, there's something in my eye. Like I was saying, when we get Bryce's perspective, it's always the whole time they're under the tunnels. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. But it's like, forgive me, silly little me, for wanting to witness a wholesome scene of Bryce experiencing the beauty and whimsy of Bellaris. Sue me! I'm sorry. I know it's not an ACOTAR book, but like, just, I miss them so much. Bryce ending up in Prithian was not on my bingo card. And just, oh my god. Just thinking about it, when Rhysand introduced himself in the last chapter of Crescent City 2, I felt like I was about to start foaming at the mouth. And this time, I mean it. Like I said, I gave this whole series 5 stars. It is so lore-packed, and I really enjoy the concept of urban fantasy. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I was surprised that I liked it. It kind of threw me off, you know, at first because, you know, we're used to other kinds of worlds and magic systems and whatever, and then all of a sudden in this one, like, why are we texting? I think it was pretty nice and somewhat refreshing. The second book I read in May was Rook and Rebel by Kate Crew. I actually read it on my Kindle, and I've had this since 2024, I don't remember, but couple years now, and it wasn't until now that I finally read the entirety of it. For context, the reason I got this book was because it started trending thanks to biker talk. Yes, I was deep in bike talk. I don't even have a TikTok account right now, but the me from 2023 and 2024 were so different. I was having a blast. And right before bikers started dancing instead of actually riding their bikes, this book was trending, and it made me very excited about it, but I didn't read it until now, so I think I had like a completely different perspective. Maybe I would have enjoyed it more, I am not sure, but I ended up giving it 2 stars. In this book, we have the story of a rich, shy, obedient girl with the emotional and psychological intelligence of a rock, and a biker who's looking to avenge the death of his parents. So there's like this whole found family thing on his side, which I really appreciated. I love that trope. So he has his sister and his friends. They all run a shop, and then they do criminal jobs on the side to actually be able to make a living. And they do other people's dirty work, like, I don't know, beating people up because they owed someone money. But also, when it comes to avenging his parents' death, he's looking for the person responsible. He already knows who he is, but he's trying to find a way to like get to him, you know. And of course, the girl is the person's daughter, so he's trying to get to her. No, he's trying to get to him through her. Classic. And you know, you would think that this would be resolved quickly in at least like what, 25 chapters? No, the book is 44 chapters long, and we don't get like an actual resolution to how shit of a person her dad really is until the chapter 40s. I think, like I said, the book was 44 chapters long. I think it had potential, but I don't think it needed to be stretched out that much. Regan's constant indecision whether she was okay or not with the reality of Rook's life and what he did and how he did things kind of gave me a whiplash because, of course, you know, she's like this good girl and whatever, and she's like, I'm gonna be a rebel. And then, of course, Brooke gives her that nickname, oh, rebel. And then he goes to say, run, run, rebel, like, I'm gonna catch you type shit. And I'm like, what is going on? So, of course, by that time, the trope of getting chased through the forest was a thing. So it's like, there was a lot of tropes that you can say that, you know, this book was written around these tropes, not the actual plot. Sounds like I'm beefing intensely, but it's the truth. Now, for the books that I want to read this month, starting strong with Bradva Bride. I can't even hold this properly. Bradva Bride. The last time I read a mafia romance, it was Fear the Reapers. I think it was called that. And it was the worst thing I have ever read. I made it to 73% before I DNF'd it. But oh my god, it's hideous. I am so sorry to the author, because if someone was talking about my book like that, I would... Anyways, Second Chance, Bratva Bride. I have heard great things about this because this was recommended to me by one of the ladies who own my favorite romance bookstore. And she said that it's really action-packed and the romance is not the main plot, apparently, and the smut doesn't get in the way. So, I'm gonna say that this is the one that I'm most excited to get into. I think I'm gonna read it right after my current read, which is An Enchantment of Ravens, but we'll get onto that later. The other book that I want to read and should be reading is Empire of Storms, because I need to finish this before ACOTAR 6, guys. Just, I need you to root for me. This has got to be my favorite Sarah J. Maas series. I'm already excited to reread it, and I'm not even done. Also, I want to show you a bookmark I made. I made this fabric bookmark. Yeah, I did that myself. Thank you. Next up is a very random read, which is The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hilderbrand. To be honest, I have no idea what to expect from this book. This is me dipping my toes into fiction. And this one seemed pretty interesting when I was digging through the bargain books bin at Office Depot, so I said, why not? Plus, it's a summer read. I barely have anything to read this summer. Like, any summer themed books? Nada. So, why not? This is me attempting to love summer. I am actually a fall yearner. I yearn for fall and crunchy leaves and Uggs. But of course, I live in the Caribbean. I hate summer. I'm sorry. Give me a break. I don't even remember what this book is about, so I can't really tell you. But there's some scandal, apparently. The Queen of Beach Reads, aka the author, delivers an immensely satisfying page-turner in this tale about a summer of scandal at a storied Nantucket hotel. This is giving Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love that book, by the way. You should read it. I think that's the second book I have ever read when it comes to like summer themed readings, whatever. Last but not least, An Enchantment of Ravens. This is my current read. I am a little bit more than halfway, and honestly, I am kind of bored. This book is about a human whose name is Isabel. She is a master of her craft, which is painting. In this world, the fair folk are not able to do any craft because it fucks up with their glamour or something like that. I don't understand it completely. So a lot of Patreons or clients, I don't know how you pronounce Patreon, they look for her so she can do their portraits. So one of her Patreons ends up being the Autumn Prince, aka Brooke. What happens is that she makes the mistake of painting human sorrow in his eyes. So he comes back and he's like, what do you do? And he's all mad. And then he like takes her away through a journey in the forest because he plans to take her to the Autumn Court so she can stand trial for her crime. So this is more of a journey book. I have not seen the Autumn Court yet, so I don't know how this book is going to end. But there's a lot of fluff and funny bantering in between, which is making the slow pace a little bit more bearable. Don't get me wrong, I love the slow pace. Margaret's writing style is so beautiful and very descriptive. It's very immersive, so I really like her writing style. So my prediction for this one, I think it's gonna be like 3.5 stars, maybe. 3 stars is always good. It doesn't mean that I hate it, by the way. So that is all I have for you today. I know it's been such a long time since I made a book related video, so I really hope you enjoyed this one. As you saw, I lack a lot of summer reads, so if you have any recommendations that I should add into my TBR, preferably for July, please let me know. They're always appreciated. I will see you in the next video. Bye.